What's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with the TV show episode review. Now, the TV show we're going to be talking about is My Hero Academia, episode 2, season 5. I was about to say 7. They haven't had the season 7. But, episode 5, season 5. So, before we get started, spoiler alert for anybody who has not seen the episode. I want y'all to see it for yourself because it's a really nice episode, and I'm going to be giving some major spoilers. So let's get started. So the first thing we see in the episode is, Endeavor, he is in the hospital. And the reason why he's in the hospital is because he had this really big fight, epic fight with a high-end Namu. And I've told what a high-end Namu is in my other video, which I'll put in the last in the description. So, he remembers a scene where, while Hawks was holding him because he was super injured, Dobby, who is a league of villains, comes out of nowhere. He's going to attack them, but Mirko the bunny rabbit intervenes and he disappears. Now, another thing about it is we also get to see another scene where Dobby and Hawks are talking to each other. And it's not more of a, kind of like a you're a villain, I'm a hero kind of talk. It's more of kind of just talking to each other. So when I first saw it, I was kind of like, you kind of seem kind of a little bit sus, or you seem suspected. And then we get to show that actually Hawks is not changing to the villain side. He's more of a undercover villain now. So we're like, okay. I was like, okay. I feel rest assured. So, we get the next morning and, Endeavor's he's basically up. He still's got like a big old scar on the side of his eye. So he's, coming down. He's going down to the town. And he goes to his family's house. Now, his family consists of Natsu, Shoto, Fuyami, and Toyo. Now, Toyo, we don't know, we think is dead, basically. We think Toyo is dead. Some people have said that Toyo is Dobby. I don't know. So that's the three of them. So, Fuyami, she is very, very forgiving about what her father did to the family. Basically, her and her mother are very forgiving. But Shoto and Natsu are not. Shoto, as you've said, he was abused into being like this molded #1 hero that will surpass All Might, basically. So that's what Endeavor did to Shoto. So that's why he's feeling a little bit resentment towards him. Now, Shoto has broken these walls because, he's said some things, finally said things that were nice to Endeavor. Because first, like in the first season, Shoto did not use his right side. And basically, I think it was his right side was fire. So he was like, I'm not going to use my father's power because he had so much resentment. But, Meteora kind of brought that out of him and had him use it. So, but with Natsu has resentment because I don't know, but he suspects that Endeavor is the reason why Toyo is dead. And then also Endeavor basically took Shoto away. So he didn't have time to, connect with Shoyo. Because they're brothers. Or Shoto, they're brothers. So he's like, I never knew that my brother liked noodles and stuff. So he's mad about that. And he has resentment towards him. So he couldn't even sit at the table. And Endeavor, he's feeling a mixture of emotions because he's like, dang, I failed this family. I messed it up. So he's feeling sad, and he apologizes to Fuyami, who, like I said, she's accepted the apology. She's like, there's so much stuff going on, which show how Shoto's starting to see his mother because his mother is in rehab because of the amount of trauma that she was put through, and that's how he got that scar, like I said in my other video. So there's that we see, and then the next part of it is where Deku, he is exhausted, or Meteor. I keep on saying his hero name, which is Deku, but Meteor. He is exhausted from using All for One, basically, because he's been training. He's trying to be like that #1 hero, just like All Might. And he goes and falls asleep, like literally on the pillow. We've all had that moment where, you've done something so long, you just hit the pillow and just fall asleep. And before I go on, let me explain to you Deku's power, or Meteor's power. So I've talked about, different quirks and stuff. People have quirks, mutations, tails, all that. the thing about Meteor's quirk is it's a passed down quirk or something, kind of. So what I mean is, All for One is passed down successor to successor to successor. So All Might, he had somebody who passed it down to him, and now he passes it down to Meteor, which Meteor would pass it down to somebody else. So Meteor, he dreams. He has a dream. And his dream is there are 8 successors of All for One. He is the 9th. So he sees all the successors down the line. They're all in different colors and different auras. But then he also sees a past that I don't know, but I think is Shigaraki Tomoro's past. Because what happens is, we have All for One, who is a big villain. He was, I think, All Might and him, they've been fighting at each other, and All Might is the reason why his face is, you can't see his face, all you see is his mouth. That's the reason, but we finally get to see his face a little bit, and we see that All for One, he's talking to his little brother. And I don't know, this is my theory. I think that that was Shigaraki, because I'll continue to tell you. So, he's talking, and Shigaraki, his little brother's like, you can't run around and, use your quirk for your own passive or your own get or your own, basically, agenda. And he's all like, well, I can do this and that. The people I help, they will pay me back in the end. Because, he had these 2 examples where this one guy was getting beat up, and then this other guy, he grew fangs, because some of the quirks kind of get mutations that look like really weird, and then that makes people get branded as villains, because this guy, he had fangs growing in. So what he did is, what All for One's power is, he can take a quirk and give it to somebody else. So he took that quirk and gave it to somebody else. So his little brother's like, no, you can't do this. This is not right. This and that. They're talking about comics, because he's like, you know what? In the comic, the hero always wins. And basically what happens is All for One gives him a quirk. And it kind of reminded me, because I'm like, if this is Shigaraki Tomoro, he is just like Meteor. Because Meteor was born without a quirk. All Might gave him a quirk, which had him to become like a hero. Well, All for One, he gave him a quirk and he was quirkless, which made him a villain. But I don't know. These are my theories. So this episode was really good, and I am so excited for the next episode, because they get to show Class A versus Class B, because Class A has a whole bunch of good quirks and a lot of quirks that I love, but then Class B has a whole bunch of other quirks that I have not seen. Like, they have, the characters that we've seen are Shinsedo, Tendo, Mona, and Tetsu, and some other character, but I don't remember his name. So I'm like, it'll be so cool to see more quirks and be like, whoa, that's so cool. So I'm really excited for the episode, and y'all know I'm going to talk to you about it. I hope y'all like the video. Share it with your fam. Like the video, subscribe, and if you subscribe, click that bell icon to be more notified for more videos. In the comments, tell me what anime you're watching, or if you've seen this episode, how do you feel about it? And I'll see y'all later, millionaires. Bye, y'all.